Okay, are you putting your arm around me?
Mm-hmm.
Hi, I'm Barrett, Laurie. Thank you for joining us. And I am with my husband, Ricky, Laurie, who has appeared on the channel one other time. I just did the gotta be careful so I don't say that over and over.
There are other words we shouldn't use.
Dick.
Like if you say dick a lot.
I just think like at all. It's a family show.
Okay. I'm getting all the disclosures.
We have Christmas trees, so Christ is here with us. Our 1 year anniversary is coming up in how many days, Ricky? We just talked about this earlier.
10.
I think it's 9 days, but anyway, it doesn't matter. Our anniversary is coming up in a little over a week, and I thought it would be fun for our 1 year anniversary to do the husband's tag, which is where we answer a list of questions and see if we know each other that well, I guess.
Mm-hmm. We did this in front of your whole family before.
Horrible.
But we didn't know that we were, it was a surprise.
It was the worst
The
surprise.
game, it was fun though. It was a pleasant surprise that we didn't know what was going to happen. They're like, we're going to do a game. Like, what? Okay, let's
know.
That
That was the moment I felt the like cringe and the dread in my soul.
In front of the whole family, and I think I've been with them for 3 or 4 years now.
Yeah.
Yeah, so still fairly new, but to be in front of everybody.
Yeah, in front of, by the way,
With
my
all their
family
eyes
is
on
like 30 some
Yeah.
odd people. So, and he doesn't
Yeah.
like groups. So, I mean, this is one thing because it's in our, like our house in front of a camera, but in front of 30 some odd live people. And they did the newlywed game. We really cannot talk about this because Katie will feel terrible. She will watch this and she will feel terrible. But they did the newlywed game and thought that would be fun. And instead, it was like, the one thing we had asked was like, we don't want the attention on us. Like at the time I was going through my health stuff. It was undiagnosed at that time, in a lot of pain. Like life wasn't, I don't know, we just didn't
Plus, I'm
want
a severe introvert myself.
totally
so I don't like any attention.
doesn't like attention. So me, on the other hand, I normally like soak that up, but like this was not the kind of attention we were looking for. So anyway, we did do the newlywed game. This is similar, except it's not a game. It's not in front of a bunch of people, and we won't lose our own newlywed game like we did at Christmas. Also, I'm in a family of competitive people who all wanted to like win, like the other teams. So that didn't lend itself
We did okay.
to us.
We did okay. Okay.
Okay, moving on. So, anyway, this is the husband's tag. I'm going to list the questions that we answer in the description below so that if someone else wants to do this, it doesn't matter if you're gay, straight, whatever, but if you do the tag, let me know so that I can come and watch your video and comment on it. Happy anniversary to my husband. Here we go. Are you ready?
Is it a challenge or something?
No. You read
Here we go.
Do you want to read the first question?
Sure. Where did we meet?
Okay. Well, do you want me to answer that?
You better remember every single one of these questions. I'm telling you.
Well, I will. Do you want me to answer this?
To the T. You can.
Okay.
Absolutely.
So we met the first time Ricky came to my apartment, right? So
St. Peter's.
yeah. So I lived with my sister at the time. This was like 2000. I think it was 2009 or 10.
2009.
Okay.
I was 29.
Okay. Well, then I was just a babe. I would have been just mid-20s. And so now I'm at home. My best friend is coming over and he's telling me that he's dating someone new, which for this particular guy was like a new person every 2 to 3 weeks. So honestly, I didn't have very high
That's about how long it lasted.
I didn't have very high expectations.
Yeah.
Oh, really? It was that short?
Less than 2 months.
Oh,
If
okay.
that, it was on and off. I don't
Okay.
even know if we were together.
Okay.
Doesn't matter. This is about us.
This is about it. Anyway, so this friend says he's coming over to my apartment and he's bringing this new guy with him, and the guy was Rick.
Rick. He goes by Rick. I call him Ricky, but Rick was the person. That was the weirdest way I just said that with your name like 8 times. But anyway.
Ricky was dating a friend of mine. They came to my apartment and hung out for a little while. I don't think we went to the pool. We were just like hanging out, weren't we?
In your living room.
Yeah.
That was pretty much
And
it. Then we
visited
left.
and chatted, and then they left. Probably to
Couple
like, go to
hours.
the bar or something.
Probably. Yeah.
So I was a Christian, so I would have been sitting at home saying my prayers.
Oh, right. That's what you do.
In my mid-20s, as a missionary in St. Peter's.
Let's not lie to your fans.
I don't have fans. But what can I do? I was in my
Like,
I was in my
along for the
mid-20s. Ricky was in his
rides.
late 20s, but I was in my mid-20s
Okay.
still. So
We're only 2 years apart.
for a long 2 years.
Are you over your age yet?
I'm good. Yeah.
Okay.
What was our first date?
So I guess we'll just start from the beginning.
It was a long night.
I think the better question is who asked who out. That's
Me.
the better debate.
I asked you out.
Yeah, and then I'll answer this. Where was our first date?
Oh,
You
okay.
think so?
I did ask you out.
Yeah.
That's not a I did ask you out. I asked you out.
What I say is he messaged me on my feed on Facebook and
Because I
said,
didn't have his phone
It
number.
was good to see you, Ricky.
Because I had just seen him
Heart kissy face.
before.
Which my family saw, and they're like, "Who the heck is this person on your Facebook?" So then I messaged him
Hubba,
a couple
hubba.
days ago, or a couple days after. I mean, and
It was pretty
that's
quick.
when I
It was pretty quick.
asked if he wanted to go on a date.
Oh, so technically, I guess you asked. I got it. Okay. Yeah, that is true.
So
you
every
did
time
pick
I
the.
ask him this question, or
You did
or
pick the
we'll go through
place.
Same thing.
You did pick the place
Yeah, I think I did, and that was Sasha's
on Shaw.
on Shaw in Tower Grove.
Mm-hmm. Sasha's is a wine bar. So I, at the time, was doing intermittent fasting. So I don't think I'd eaten the entire day because I only ate in the evenings. And why don't you tell, and I let Ricky order, which at the time I didn't, I had never really, I mean, I hung out with him because he was dating Chris. And I'd seen him over the years, briefly, like in bars and at Pride and different things. We were friends, or friendly, I guess I would say. But so I didn't know him really that well. So I said, why don't you order? Because I really hadn't been to Sasha's all that often.
Right.
And he orders a charcuterie board. And that's it. We had no other
I don't
food
even know if they had
except the 2 bottles
food
of wine.
there.
They have food. They have like salads and
Okay.
flatbreads and like.
I guess.
So you
That's
really just took me there.
Still
and
not
gave
a
me
dinner
liquor.
place. It's really not a dinner place. In my perception, it's not.
So you there was a plan to do wine.
I love wine. At that time, I loved wine. Absolutely. So I took you to the place that I loved, which I thought you would enjoy. But
I did
ended up
enjoy it. It was
finding
beautiful.
that
We sat outside. It was
he
very
did-
pretty.
yeah. He was a person that didn't like wine, but
Oh well. I did like food, and all we had was cheese. So I got pretty drunk pretty quick. Where was our first kiss, and how was it? Do you remember our first kiss actually? Because it was not at Sasha's.
I guess it was at Keepers.
I thought you'd say that.
Yeah.
There's a funny story about that, and I'll let you tell that story real quick.
Because I didn't kiss you at Sasha's, like you said. So.
But I believe
Yeah,
I kissed you the night of the Super Bowl when we bumped into each other.
Oh, that is our first kiss. I was
We were
thinking
both-
of when we were on our date.
We were both not sober
Yeah.
for that first kiss. But the first date kiss was at Keepers. And
Right.
I remember it being in the smoker's hut. Walked out.
A stalker. Yeah.
Who was
Yeah.
a guy who I guess thought I was dating him, but I wasn't really. So anyway, so then he showed up at Keepers, which was weird. I still wonder to this day if he had like a tracker in my car or something, because he did show up everywhere we were. Anyway, first kiss,
Yeah.
I technically will claim it was in Keepers. We'd had 2 bottles of wine and 4 pieces of cheese. So we'd now gotten a little intoxicated, got to Keepers, listened to some music, had a couple of drinks, went outside to smoke, I believe.
Okay.
I think.
Yeah.
That's how I remember it. And then I think I kissed you. Or did you kiss me? I don't remember.
I don't know.
know.
But our first initial kiss is what sealed the deal because I didn't know he liked me. And that was at
That was
Super
it.
Bowl Sunday.
Just John's.
Yeah. Kind of almost a week before
Gay bar,
on
yeah.
that Sunday, our first date. And
Yeah.
I saw Barrett. We both were like, hey. Like, I was excited to see him because I haven't seen him in a long time. And
It had been a long time, actually,
Yeah.
when I think about it.
He
It'd
was
been
sitting
probably a
at the
couple
bar.
of years, I think.
yeah, he was sitting at the bar by himself and stuff. So I think I walked up to him and we started talking, and I think he kept getting closer and closer to me. Apparently there was another guy there that I was talking to, or that I was talking to.
That was trying to talk to Ricky. And here's the
Barrett
thing. I had
swooped in.
asked his friend, I said, is he finally single? Because every time Ricky and I would run into each other from the point he broke up with my friend back
Barrett
in
was always with
2009,
somebody.
I was with somebody or Ricky was with somebody. So
Barrett was
either
always with
I
somebody.
was single and he was not, or he was single and I was not. So it was like, it never worked out. So I asked his
Yeah.
friend that he was with, hey, is he finally single? And he's like, yes. And then this punk is like trying to make a move on Ricky, and I beelined it over there, pushed that little queen out of the way, and shoved my tongue down his throat. Basically the equivalent of like peeing on your leg. Being like, mine. Good times.
That's what happened.
That is truth. When did you know that I was the one?
Did you know that I was?
I knew you were the one the first date.
Nobody's ever asked me that before. I never really thought about it, but thinking about it right now, I think I was just so shell-shocked that you liked me. I didn't know that you wanted me. So really to realize that I had to really take in the fact that you wanted me first, and then to realize that you weren't going anywhere is when I knew you were the one. So that was
probably
probably
a while later.
Yeah, because I needed to make sure that we were secure in a relationship and that you weren't going to go anywhere. So that was probably a little 4 or 5 months in. Yeah, because I really had to get to know you as a person in a relationship versus a friend.
That's fine. Yeah, that's true.
So
That's
a little dry and like, but that's the actual
No, that's
truth.
true. That's true. We spent every day together from that first date on.
Left.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
don't think I ever left.
Yeah.
So,
I was living like a bachelor too.
oh yeah, he
It
was.
was like I had a TV in my
Oh
bedroom.
yeah, he was.
Probably ate dinner in there too,
Uh-huh.
like I said. And I just spent a lot of my time in my bedroom.
Yeah. Well, what was your first impression? Next question.
When I first met you,
I
I
guess.
guess first impression of the date, or
Guess
I could
both,
take
I
this
don't
so
know.
many
Yeah.
different ways. So first impression, the guy that I was dating, I was like, why is the guy I'm dating so into Barrett? I could tell like something was off with the guy I was dating.
Every guy he dated said that to me.
So my first
later.
impression, like I really had to take in like, who is Barrett? Like, who is this guy I'm meeting? And I just remember him being very funny, sweet, and cool. Like you don't meet too many people like that that have all these different characteristics in one. That was my first impression.
I like that.
But I was also very intimidated.
I don't get that at all.
Because I guess I was with Chris, but I was like, I don't think Chris is into me as much as he is into Barrett.
I didn't know Chris was in love with me
Right.
until later.
Yeah.
A little bit later.
But
And then I got awkward.
yeah.
Okay, so my first impression of Ricky was that you were the nicest person I've ever met.
I got that as, in the yearbook, they give like 20 categories out in high school. That was my label.
The nicest?
Yeah.
You
I'm
really,
like, why?
because you're just, you're a kind, sweet soul, and I
Yeah.
am such a not that,
Yeah.
I thought, I wanted some of that goodness to rub off on me. I wanted you to rub on me.
Okay. You think that worked?
No, you're married to me, so you know I'm not a nice person.
No.
I'm nice to
Yeah.
you and the people I love. But people that don't wear masks or wash their hands, no. I have no time.
No, nobody has time for that.
No.
Okay.
Number 6.
Where did you meet the family?
Because it was the summer. It was definitely... No, actually it wasn't. I'm lying. It was Easter.
That was the first time?
Yes, and it was like soon. Like we
Yeah.
had started dating in February,
Oh
and
my gosh, that's a bad
by Easter...
idea. I should have eased you in
Yeah.
versus going to a holiday. You
Yeah.
wanna
Although
meet
that
the
worked out
family?
really well because
Yeah.
I got to hang out with Heidi, met all of your cousins. It was probably better that it was the big group.
Yeah.
There wasn't as much pressure because there were so many people.
Well, I think
except
Heidi
the
took you
cheesecake.
Under
They put
the wing,
all
yeah.
this pressure on the cheesecake, and y'all, I just don't like cheesecake. And I had 3 of his aunts. Well, he only has 3 aunts, but every single one of his aunts pressured me to eat cheesecake. Until one of them, Jan, finally got it in my hand and said, "I made it. Why don't you try it?"
I bet you didn't say, well, I hate cheesecake.
No, I ate 4 bites, and I was like, this is so good. No, I remember because I remember the day.
I don't remember if there was like a special occasion or something, but it was
No.
just coming over and having lunch maybe. But yeah,
Yeah.
that was the first time. I was a little nervous, so I brought over a plant or flowers for his mother.
That's right.
And I was trying to score.
That's right. He'd already
So it
scored
worked.
at that point. Do we have a tradition?
Which one?
I was thinking.
I would say let's keep these open-minded. So like, what's our best tradition?
Okay, what's our best tradition? I thought our best
Time
one
for
until
him.
COVID 2020, we traveled every year on not our anniversary of marriage, because this is obviously just happening to be our first, but on our anniversary of getting together, we had traveled every year.
Yeah.
Road
Hopped
trip
on
to Alabama.
cruise
I
ship
don't know what we were thinking.
down to Mexico.
Yeah.
They slipped us a little too much alcohol on the
Oh
beach.
yeah, we were sober. I mean, we quit
Yeah.
drinking.
I was like, this,
And so they were giving us
this
booze,
is good.
and we were
Barrett's
like, oh, this is great.
Is this alcohol? I'm like,
Yeah,
no, it's not alcohol.
Because we had wristbands.
Let's order another one.
As if like our alcohol-free wristbands were gonna keep the booze, and it didn't. We were totally wasted. So thank God we got back on the ship and didn't die.
Barely.
The next year we went to Clearwater.
Yeah, I got us some
right. So first year
Yeah.
was the cruise, then Clearwater,
Mm-hmm.
then we got engaged in California.
Mhm.
I had surgeries in January, February. That's why we didn't travel
Right.
in February. But that is our normal tradition.
Health
Health,
stuff, yeah.
health stopped it. But we would have traveled, and we'll go back to that as soon as it's safe, I
Yeah.
think. Traveling every February,
Yeah.
somewhere warm for us, because we've always done that.
Which answered our next question, our first road trip, so we can skip that
Yeah,
one.
first road trip was to Mobile,
Yeah.
Alabama, which in hindsight was a horrible idea.
So who said I love you first, and where were we?
You can answer this. You always say you said it first. When I say I said it first, you always say you said it first.
Because I had you to the win all the time. I don't actually know. Because I have to have a good story.
I'll be honest, I don't
I have to
remember.
back it up.
I don't remember who said I love you first. I do remember who tagged like in a relationship first
Yeah, that
on
was
Facebook.
me.
I was in
remember
class because at the time I was finishing my first
I
master's
knew
degree.
exactly what I was doing, where I was at. Yeah.
I was in class. I'm sitting there like in class in a lecture, taking notes. My cohort's with me, and Allie, this friend of mine who he knows from my cohort, is sitting next to me, and she taps me and she's like, "Congratulations." And I said, "What?" And she's like, "You're in a relationship. You and Ricky are like Facebook official." And I'm like, "What?" No sooner have I like gotten that tap, my grandma's messaged me. 2 of my cousins that I have not seen or talked to in I don't know how long, all at once.
Oh. Well, I'm sure I was calling you or texting you. I was
No,
like,
after you were with Tanya. I remember where you were. Yeah, no, it is.
It's cool.
Batch, little
batch
batch,
toast.
little batch, small batch. I think
don't
it's
know why
small.
I
I
said
think
half
it's
toast
small
then.
batch.
Yeah. It was good.
Yeah.
Really good. But I walked
Yeah,
outside.
you're right about that.
and
You're right.
I guess I was just typing it up, and I was like, I'm gonna send it soon, but I didn't want to talk to Barrett, and I just
Sent.
I hit it, and I was like,
Sent.
well, I guess there's no taking it back. So
No.
And then I think I probably tried to call Barrett or text him, and
Yeah.
got no response. So I was like,
'Cause I was
well,
in
he'll
class.
just call me later because he's in class. Oh well.
And then I couldn't call him on break because
Yeah.
I had my mom calling me, my sister calling me. Yeah.